Happy day, everybody. Dr. Sara here from A Place to Grow Chiropractic. We've been getting questions lately as far as I'm trying to get more active as far as spring becoming in full bloom. And I'd like to find a way to become more active without concerns that I'm going to hurt myself. So I'm going to walk you through some ball exercises that we do on a pretty consistent basis here that are pretty straightforward. You don't have to really worry about a level that you need to be at in order to do them. There's a couple caveats though, just that I want to make sure that everybody's safe is about. Number one, if you're going to sit on a ball, make sure that that ball fits your height. So oftentimes I've got people who are using balls that are too big or too small for them. Make sure that you can hold a 90-degree angle here and that you can sit on it comfortably without feeling like you're unsteady. Second, make sure that you do this near a wall. So I've had times where I've actually fallen off the ball. I know what I'm doing and I still probably should be doing it near a wall, but definitively if you're home by yourself and you've never tried these exercises before, definitely make sure you do them near a wall for some stability to make sure it helps balance you out. And number three, make sure that your feet are kind of hip width apart. So the further out they go when you're on the ball, the more stability you're going to encounter. The closer you go, the more your body's going to have to stabilize so that way the ball doesn't roll away. So I usually recommend hip width. That's usually what I do these exercises. And most importantly, these exercises are meant to activate, not necessarily strengthen. So when you're done with these exercises, you should feel invigorated. You shouldn't experience any pain. You shouldn't feel like you can't do any more of the exercise. It should be relatively easy for anyone to do. So make sure it's the right ball size, make sure you're near a wall, and most importantly, if the exercise doesn't feel good, discontinue doing it. So we're going to quickly walk through the several exercises that I have for you, and we're going to get started. So the first one I recommend is keep your hands on your hips. So if you keep your hands on your hips, you know exactly what area you're trying to target. So we're trying to target the small muscles in the hips that oftentimes get turned off by our gross movements like walking, bending, sitting. So what we're going to just really gently recommend is that we're going to just move our hips only from side to side. So oftentimes I explain to people that when you're doing these exercises from the hips up, it shouldn't look like you're doing anything. From the waist down, it should only see the small movement from side to side. So I'm doing them a little bit quicker than I would recommend for time purposes in this video, but notice how I'm stopping in the middle each time, allowing my body to reset and connect so that way on the other side I activate just as usefully. So that's side to side. Second one we're going to do is we're going to do pelvic tuck. So we're going to tuck, middle, and back. So the goal is that, again, my whole upper back is staying the same, but I'm activating those deep muscles in my core to help stabilize me when I'm walking, golfing, gardening. So for those of you that don't normally do pelvic tilts, this is going to feel a little bit weird to you. Again, because most of us are used to activating the large muscles in our low back and not the small ones. Be patient with yourself. Try it, set of 10 for a couple days, you're going to get it in no time. The third exercise we're going to do is figure circles. So I call them figure circles because I think figure eights get a little bit complicated. But really you want to pretend like you've got a hula hoop on your waist. So the only part is the small muscles in the hips, and then once you do one to one side, you're going to do it to the other side. So this is the first level of the exercise. If you feel comfortable doing those in a continuous fashion, then I would recommend doing figure eights. So the reason figure eights get complicated is most people forget how to make a figure eight. And then you've got to go the opposite as well. So figure eights oftentimes help people start to notice some asymmetry when they're low back. Usually you have a tendency, without thinking about it, to pick the easier side, and then doing the other side gets a little bit more complicated. So side to side, stopping in the middle, forward, middle, back is your second exercise. Third exercise is going to be your figure circles, or the more advanced is going to be your figure eights. Last one that we're going to show you is you're going to do leg lifts. You're going to hold for a count of 3 and you're going to lower down. You're going to lift the other leg up just a couple inches off the ground and balance for a little while and then back to the ground. Again, that last exercise probably should be done at a wall. We want to make sure that you stay safe. No exercise is worth getting injured for. If you've got any other questions, please feel free to give us a call at the office. If not, that's all we've got for today. Please try these 4 exercises. I think it'll make a significant difference in your ability to do low back loaded activities, including golf, gardening, and whatever else you want to do. Hope everyone has a great day. Talk to you soon.